A very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing very well today. Welcome into Adrian, to Seth Kearney, and to this man. I hope you're all doing very, very well here on this incredibly wet and stormy Wednesday. The heavens have just opened as soon as I started streaming. Probably going to hear a rumble of thunder or two. Hopefully it won't be too distracting for this challenge. Welcome in, Deadpool. I hope you're having a great day. And now, apologies, we're not going to be able to run a fairy-type Gramble today. There are a couple of issues in the backport that came up just as I was testing it before going live. So we're going to do that on Friday the 13th. Hopefully that's not a bad omen for the rest of that particular challenge. I brought Castform forward to today. Castform is all fully working in the way that we can get it working in Generation 2. And we're going to take a look at our stats. We are level 22. No, we're not. We're level 5 with 22 HP. Holding a berry, and at the moment our only move is Tackle. We've got 13 in attack and 12 in everything else. So there are the stats we're running away with for our Castform. Let us get the timer going, and let's get the challenge underway. So, Castform, of course, was a Generation 3 Pokemon. We're very much on a Generation 3 binge at the moment. And I hope everybody enjoyed the first foray back into Fire Red yesterday with Meganium. Castform definitely is a gimmick Pokemon, and I love its gimmick. I think it could be very interesting to see how its gimmick works later on. We do have the type changing in. That's the big part of Castform's gimmick. That's the only important part that matters. But for now, we're stuck with a normal type with Tackle. We can have that all the way up to level 10. We're in medium fast for our experienced group, and that's one of the slower ones at the very beginning. So we're just going to have to power through a little bit. A level 6 acquired. We're going to do a little bit of pre-training here. And I reckon once we're at level 7, we'll go and chat with Mr. Pokemon. Now, I've given the... Excuse me, got the hiccups. I've given the rival the Totodile line. That's just because we'll have something super effective against both Chikorita and the Cyndaquil line. Goodness me, where did my words go then? So that way we will always have neutral moves at best. So yes, Castform Generation 3 initially, and we'll be seeing some more Generation 3 in a couple of weeks' time in the prereqs. In the meantime, though, we're just going to keep beating up Pokemon. Welcome in, Logan. I am doing very well, thank you. How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. And I hope it's a little bit warmer and drier than where I am today. It's very cold and wet here today. I feel like it's the sort of weather that Kanbei would enjoy. Me, not so much. Let's get pestered by Professor Elm, and let's now move on back towards the first rival battle. 64 degrees and sunny, that's a lot better than it is here. The odd rumble of thunder in the sky. And it's hailing at the moment as well, I believe. That is very true. We don't need the PlayStation Network cure, Barry. We're curing our PlayStation Network. Oh, goodness me. Right. Pausing the timer. I know what I've done here. Would you believe that Totodile was my testing Pokemon? I knew there was something I forgot. Let's very quickly fix that. This will just take a moment or so to rebuild. Apologies about that. Completely forgot that I used Totodile as my testing Pokemon. So I just need to rebuild this now. Should only take a moment or two. Exactly. If we've got storms, it's definitely suitable for the little weather boy. Apologies about this. I use Totodile to test the moves out when I'm backporting moves, and 99 out of 100 times I remember to remove those moves, or, in some cases, the rival doesn't have Totodile. In this instance, made a bit of an oopsie, didn't I? But I'm going to be having a lot of fun with Castform as soon as we can actually do this first rival battle. It's just rebuilding now, and I should be able to rename this. To that, and then with any luck, we'll be able to do one of these, reload, and we'll wait for OBS to catch up. Thank goodness OBS didn't take its time there. Right, let's have a Totodile with the exact right moves now. Apologies about that. There we go. Would you look at that? This Totodile's leering at us. So we can move on and pretend that never happened. And if anybody has any ideas for other fun backports, especially gimmick Pokemon, they're my jam at the moment, please do let me know. I am all about the gimmick Pokemon at the moment. Let's call the rival triple question mark. We don't want to call him Screaming. We were all screaming at the screen saying, why is that Totodile got hail? We can now make our way towards Violet City. Any generation is fair game for the backporting. Some of them I'll have to Gen 2 if I either learn set a little bit. Furfrou would be very fun, especially with its different forms. It doesn't make any difference in battle, but it's a very nice aesthetic difference. I did nearly run a colour change Castform. I also think that Furfrou would do very well for itself. I've had a Furfrou in Generation 6 and Generation 7, and both of them were fantastic Pokemon. Sundial's fun. Crocodile Line could be incredibly good to run, actually. Ground Dark's a very powerful combination. The only trouble is I think it's a physical attacker. We were talking, actually, with the mods earlier about Klefki. That's one I definitely want to backport. And I think I would give it Prankster as an ability if we were backporting Klefki. You're not wrong, Jonathan. You're definitely not wrong. Castform's design was definitely a choice, and I will leave it at that. Signature moves are definitely fun. The trouble is, in later gens, they've got loads of signature moves. How the hell would we get Malamar to evolve? The two forms of Lycanroc would be fun as well, especially if we get them evolving into the different forms, depending on day or night. Did I grab that berry? Yes, I did. I'm getting better at grabbing that berry. Isn't there a third form of Lycanroc, actually? The Dusk form? Which has, yet again, another ability on top of the other two. Yes, 3 forms of Lycanroc. There's Midnight, Midday, and Dusk. Now, we're going to ascend the Sprout Tower, because in just a level or so's time, we're going to get 3 fantastic moves. And here we go. We get Water Gun, Ember, and Powder Snow. And one of those moves in particular is going to be very powerful here. I do just need to update Game Hook. It seems to have decided to fall asleep after the change of file that we had. So let's reload Game Hook so we actually get our moves on screen. And now we can Powder Snow everything. Angoro needs another Dark type in the party, doesn't it? For it to evolve, I think it's a level and a Dark type in the party. Isn't it like Mantike needs Remoraid in the party as well? The good thing is the timer is independent of game hooks, so at least the timer is still in sync. Problem with Palafin is you need to swap it out in order for it to become the hero form. And in a solo challenge, that's not possible. Nice freeze against the Hoots there. And now let's beat up Elderly. He's leading with a Bellsprout, so we'll use Ember for a change against the Bellsprout. It's a nice one-shot on both of these Bellsprouts. Probably going to be a two-shot on the Hoot. There we go, we're through Elderly. We obtain Flash. And let's get ourselves out of here. Straight into the gym we go. Let's see how we get on. Two shots against the Spearows, we grow to level 13. We've had hints of a crude Joker Gamer's Tale, that's for sure. I'm sure we all know what the jokes are. Obviously, I am very family friendly. I would never, ever make a balls up and allude to anything to do with Castform shape, but there we go. One shot on the Pidgey. Two shot on the Pidgeotto. Thank you, Faulkner, for an incredibly easy battle. 8 minutes 30 for the Zephyr badge. Let's grab the egg. Not that we're going to see anything to do with the egg. And we shall move the egg into box 14, where it will live forever and a day. Let's take on some more trainers before we head into the Union Cave. We've actually got fantastic coverage, some of the best coverage we'll ever have at such a low level. This reminds me an awful lot, actually, of the Remoraid into Octillery run. At level 20, we suddenly have everything we would ever want. Might as well take on the Hoppip. But a 4-time super effective move. I think the hardest part of this challenge is actually going to be the middle bit coming up now. Wrong move, Squidge. It's going to be a 3-shot regardless, but that doesn't matter. Because we're going to have this part of the challenge where when we're level 20, we're going to need to pick up the 3 weather moves. But we're not going to be able to utilise them to their greatest potential until we get to level 30. Welcome in, Bundy Buddy. Today is definitely one of those days where the heating needs to be on, and I'm very glad they turned it on for you. Grab the Great Ball. You know what, we'll replace Tackle with Swift. I am from the United Kingdom, yes. Zubat, you stopped me picking up Swift. We'll have to knock you out for that. Good thing is, we actually can knock out a lot of these Pokemon in the cave for once. Oh, the weather's all over the place at the moment in the UK. Bit of roller coaster ride all summer, actually. Get the extra PlayStation Network Cure Berry. Make sure that we don't get ourselves any PS5 Pros, not at the cost they are. Let's heal up. Let's have a little chat with Kurt. And then we'll save, change the clock, and pause the time to catch the HM friends. We are in the Ilex Forest. This is one of the janky bits of a backport challenge, unfortunately. Where we have to completely change the clock. Make it nighttime again. And no disk drive. What's really frustrating for us in the UK is it's the same price as in Euro. So it'd be cheaper for us to buy it on the continent and then import it in. Psyduck today proving to be incredibly pesky. It'll eventually get in the ball. Just wants its moments in the spotlight today. I don't think we've seen a persistent Psyduck like this in a while, have we? Goodness me. And this is exactly why we pause the timer to catch the HM friends. There we go. Thank you, Psyduck. And we are just looking for a Paris as well now, and then we can move on and do the Slowpoke well. Paris is, of course, a 5% encounter here in the Ilex Forest. It could take a little while to show up. Seeing plenty of Oddish, plenty of Psyduck as well. Definitely wanting their screen time today. I can assure you that Paris lives here. Seen it many times before. Being a little bit elusive today. This is why in the challenge run ROM that we have, or the challenge run patch I should say, we guarantee the 2 encounters in Ilex Forest, so we don't have to deal with this nonsense. There we go, HM friends finally acquired. We can unpause the timer and we can get on with our lives. Goodness me. Very nice freeze there. That's why I always try and run Powder Snow above any of the other moves. And offensively, Ice type is just very good, isn't it? Another freeze. Very nice. Though, are we using our freeze luck altogether too early? That is the question. I'm not familiar with Emerald Sea Glass, I've got to be honest. Although the idea of an Emerald demake is very appealing. Welcome in, Oddish. This is one of my favourite backports I've ever done. Don't attack us furiously, Beedrill. That's mean of you. And welcome in, Stephen. We're going to play it safe here, and we're going to give a PlayStation Network Cureberry. We'll see how we get on against Bugsy. One shot on Metapod, very good start. One shot on Kakuna, we'll swap to Powder Snow for the Scyther. And Bugsy stood no chance. Unfortunately for us, though, our learn set is going to get a little bit less diverse. For a moment or two now, I'm just trying to think which move is best to keep. Because we definitely need to keep Hail. We'll pick up Rain Dance later on again. And while we're here, we might as well teach Swift. Because, of course, we need something to get through the Rivals Ghastly here. There we go. And now we've just got to get 10 more levels until we have Weather Ball. And the rest of the challenge should be fairly trivial from there. Because Weather Ball is the big gimmick of Castform, of course, in Generation 2. Must remember to re-repel. Where are those repels? There they are. They're hiding from me. And we cannot learn Headbutt, so we're going to go straight out of the forest. I was tempted to make Hail a TM for this particular challenge, but I decided against it, because I thought that would be bending the rules too much. So we are going to have to keep Hail on the learn set now for the rest of the challenge. The good news is we're in that midpoint of this challenge where most things are going to be easily knocked out with Swift. We can now re-pause the timer to catch ourselves Abra. And we can move on. And welcome in, Malik. I missed your message there. This is the last wild Pokemon we need to catch, thank goodness for that. Because the final HM friend is, of course, Kenya. There we go, Abra is caught. We can unpause the timer and make our way into Goldenrod City. First thing we'll do is grab the bike so we can move at double quick speed. The HM friends are now complete with Kenya. You know what? We're going to take on quite a few of these trainers, I think. I want to try and get to level 30 as quickly as we possibly can. Welcome in, Joel. I hope you're recovering as well as you can from surgery. And part of the reason why I kept Ember as well is so that if we need to, we can try and fish for a burn against Whitney's mill tank. Try and drop her attacking power that way. Weather Ball doubles its power and changes its type depending on the weather. So that means that we will always have stab with Weather Ball. And as long as we are not the normal type, it will be a 100 power without stab, 150 power with stab move. So it's kind of ludicrous, really. Very strong move. The only thing is we have to take that turn to set up the weather. We might end up with a few weather wars with some of the NPCs later. To be fair, 70 across the board isn't the worst it could be. We've definitely run Pokemon with far worse base stats. Considering we're going to have ostensibly Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, not Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Surf before the Pokemon League when we get Weather Ball, we could be in for a very good time. No, we'll take on the Jigglypuff lady as well. It's a very weird quirk of the Castform Learn set. No issues at all against Whitney. Now we've spoken to the eavesdropper, we can grab the squirt bottle and start making our way towards Ecruteak City. It's nice to see Castform do well for once. Let's make our base in Ecruteak for a little bit. I'll take on the Kimono girls. At the moment, our best option is still to main normal type moves. Only 2.5 more levels left to go now, thank goodness. So I think we'll go towards the lighthouse and grab those levels that way. Hello, Noctowl. Very rare to see you. You'll have to wait and see. That's all I will say. We've got 2 more levels until weather really does come into play. Mr. Mime should give us a huge chunk towards that. Yes, the suspense, I'm being mean. Don't swear at me, Slowpoke. Mint berry acquired. Nugget acquired. Yes, I do use the disassembly Deadpool. That is the way all of the backports are made on the channel. You'll have to wait and see, Speedrunner. We've only got a couple more levels until weather does come into play. I always forget just how bulky Krabby is. Lighthouse. Oh no, we don't want to go in there. That's the one building we definitely don't want to go in. Get ourselves some super repels. Pick up strength while we remember. And let's start ascending this lighthouse. I've got such a soft spot for Castform. If the rival knew what Jasmine was doing, the rival would be like, yeah, share, please. I'm a terrible trainer, I need all the artificial help I can get. Wrong move. Wrong move. There we go. Oh, I was 1 experience point shy, for goodness sake. Gonna have to ember this Poliwhirl in frustration. Weather Ball, yes please. Goodbye, Swift. Actually, no, we should keep Swift, shouldn't we? Goodbye, Ember. Hello, Jazz. Yes, the Pokemon is sick. I'll get some medicine, maybe. And we'll teleport back. I think the Pokemon is sick of Jasmine. And we'll make our way into the burnt tower. Stick on a repel so we don't get pestered by the wilds. And let's take on the 3rd rival battle. Haunter, I barely know her. Right, this is actually going to be a bit of a tricky battle. Why dig? Because instead of escape ropes, it's far, far better. Infinitely better to use dig. Saves time, saves money, saves effort. I think we're going to have to go and grab hidden power for this. Counter, please. I do wish there was some way of preventing curse. Uh, 14, 15, 15, 15 for Hidden Power Electric. I didn't know that because I plunked in Hidden Power Electric earlier. I didn't know it until, what, about 45 minutes ago? And of course, with the non-backported Pokemon, I don't even have to think about that. Yes, Hidden Power Electric is rather shocking. I've had an idea, and it might be a silly idea. But sometimes silly ideas work out. Oh, we can't do that silly idea. Well, it's a silly idea. I was going to grab the mint berry. Not the mint berry, the gold berry, but of course, we can't surf yet. Doy. Because the gold berry would have got us through this battle. I'm going to try a couple more times without hidden power. There we go. Just needed to make the right calls. Set the weather in the correct way. Interesting that not a single one of those Ghastly used Curse. I'm going to skip that second trainer this time. Very rare we do that, but sometimes it is worth doing. Need to use an ether now, actually. Yes, you can skip that second trainer. I tell you what, this backport really is making me think on the spot. The reason I chose Hail for this battle, by the way, is it's more likely to then cause that battle to go for 4 one-shots, because Hail will do chip damage. Hello, Susan. Your video's coming out tomorrow, in fact. So, those of you who aren't HM friends, we're going to be seeing Seeking tomorrow. If you are a HM friend or would like to be a HM friend, then Seeking is already out and you will be getting Saturday's video. Sunday's video, rather, not Saturday's. Wrong building. Where the hell is my movement today? Yeah, I'm going to blame it on the weather. Not quite firing on all cylinders yet. Haven't really warmed up at all today. Ouch, that crit hurt. You know what? We're going to go back over the open ocean. We're going to take on Jazz next. As long as we avoid all these trainers. And we'll go and get ourselves swagger. In case we need that later. Yes, yes it does. So, this is Jasmine. We're taking her on before Chuck. She's a Steel-type specialist who leads with Magnemite. Not with a Parafusion, Jasmine. I want to hold on to the PlayStation, not the PlayStation Network, the Paralyzed Cure Berry until after Claire. I will take that. That should be a free win now. Easy as pie for Jasmine. He definitely has been chugging that secret potion. Cow. We'll plonk on the mince berry for this one, I think. Good morning, Daniel. How are you today? I'm surprised he didn't go for Surf. That would have made logical sense. While we're here, we might as well get the easy KO on the Gyarados. And we'll instigate the sequence with the Liar with the Flyers. And that is a point that some would have discouraged. I suppose a Dynamic Punch would have still had higher damage output. I'm very glad you've been enjoying the videos. Another supersonic to the face. We're getting very lucky with a confusion luck at the moment. Grab the protein. I'm really a fan of Let's Go on the Switch, but Legends Arceus was fun as well. And welcome in, Chef Grizz. I hope you're having a fantastic workday. Leah was the best move that could have used there. Blair would have been bad. Though we have been sent to sleep. A couple of resets at Rival 2, one at Jazz for the resets. Weather Ball is a very good move. If you're looking for water and ghost types, Legends Arceus is probably the better out of Let's Go and Legends Arceus. There are a lot of ghost types and a lot of water types in Scarlet and Violet if you can get past the performance issues. I was very annoyed actually that they got rid of Weather Ball being a signature move. Jim's a nice short nickname, and also it's a weather Pokemon, and I believe one of the main anchors on the weather channel is Jim Cantori. I'm assuming, Oddish, you have one of those special PC-only copies that got sent to very few people. This run is entirely live. That's why live is in the title and in the thumbnail. Yeah, very live. The livest live stream has ever lived. I know that Golett and Golurk were available fairly early on in X and Y. Originally a Gen 5 Pokemon, but they do fit the bill of being Ghost Ground types. I think just for purely offensive basis, got to be the Ice type Castform. Ice is too good as an offensive type. do a little bit of housekeeping now, and then we'll take our first break, and probably our only break of this particular challenge. We'll get all the bits and bobs we need before doing the rocket hideout. Or should I say the rocket radio tower, and then we'll take a very quick break. We don't want the King's Rock in this instance, actually. We just want the Rain Dance TM. That's not Rain Dance, that's Icy Wind. Grab ourselves the last nugget and the rare candy. We'll do a little shop and then we'll take a little break. Only be a 3-minute break. Perfect opportunity to go to the loo, stretch your legs. Maybe grab a bite to eat. Right, well, we don't have hands. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use that. And we're not going to use that. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. Might use that. Not going to use that. Neither that nor that. Don't need the nuggets, probably won't need the charcoal. Suddenly we're very rich. Let's bulk up a little bit with some iron. Boost our special with some calcium. Not going to bother picking up return. Might pick it up later. We'll do our heal. We'll pause the timer at 52:02. I am going to take a very quick stretch break. I've been sitting down for far too long, and I'll catch you all in 3 minutes' time. I got carried away talking with one of the mods then. Theory crafting what to do at the League. But thank you so much for your patience, everybody. We're now good to go for the last part of this run. Sword and Shield soundtrack was great. It's just a shame the rest of the game wasn't that good. I felt like Galar needed more time to be cooked in the oven, as it were. I love Rattata and Raticate. Yes, you've made it back in time for the best part of Johto. I mean, if we're running a gimmick Pokemon, we really should play to its gimmick, shouldn't we? Because this one's not a main challenge. We can get away with it. Either was the reason I kept hold of that Parler's heel. Fortunately, in some of these battles, we don't need to bother with the weather. Scarlet and Violet definitely had a lot of issues, but it was much more ambitious than Sword and Shield. Bug is a good type, but in early gens it just didn't have any of the attacking shots to take advantage of its type. Yes, the Dex is very frustrating in newer games. Didn't actually mean to do the weather strats here. Move Weather Ball up to top spot so we don't accidentally click it again, shall we? Just in case we need to do Game Corner strats later, we shall grab ourselves a coin case. Didn't they have the audacity to get rid of Silverwind as well, after they'd given a very solid bug-type move? Thunderwave really is our Achilles heel at the moment. I am doing very well, thank you, Frenchie. How are you today? Quiver Dance is an incredibly strong bug-type move. One of the best setup moves in the entire game. I'm glad it's your weekend so you can stay up late. Oh dear. Oh, you helped us win that battle. Fantastic. PP is definitely one of the issues in this particular challenge. Especially if you misclick several times. There we go. Maxita will come in very handy later. I was never a fan of Oricorio, I've got to be honest. I found it annoying in Generation 7. I think it was its cry that really got on my nerves. Yes, we're holding the Scamulet coin now. Maybe we won't get return, because I've set it to the wrong day. We do need to PP heal anyway. Right, this trainer could be a little bit pesky because we do need to set up one turn. That's exactly what I was worried about. I'll tell you what, this one has taken a lot of concentration, actually. More so than most challenges. Get ourselves a spare sunny day. Trying to remember my routing down here. I very rarely go down this way. At this point, I've gotten mostly used to talking and streaming at the same time. Wrong way, Squidge. This way? No, we're going to have to face Hiker either way. There we go. There is a reason why I'm going down here, by the way. Need to get all the PP healing items we can get. Because PowerPoints are going to be at a premium. The cost of Thunder means it's not going to be worth it. Might pick it up for the red fight, though. We did have Hidden Power Electric for a little bit. But having stab coverage on 3 types was just far too tempting. Yes, trading to evolve is particularly annoying. Excuse me. The trouble with having to set up on a lot of turns is that you end up having to heal an awful lot more, and that saps away time. Weather Ball is incredibly good, but I would still give the edge to Tri Attack. Just because of the status conditions. Turns out we didn't need the Prosecure Berry for that battle. We got the double Thunderwave dodge. Legends Arceus got rid of trade evolutions, but they were back in for Generation 9, unfortunately, with Scarlet and Violet. Legends Arceus is the only Pokemon game, as far as I'm aware, where you can complete the decks in a single save file. Gonna grab the extra Max Elixir today as well. I think we might need it. That is true, you can get some trade evos in raid dens. But if you want to raise one from scratch, you're a little bit out of luck. The Everstone Haunter was in Generation 4, wasn't it? You can actually get a Haunter single player in Generation 4. But you need to plonk in a Generation 3 game and go to the old chateau. I did like the dongle mode. I thought that was a really interesting way of altering the encounter tables. Bite me, Flareon. Enough with the sleep. Thought we would avoid Joyce for this run, but apparently not. We are nearly at the Pokemon League, though. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Thank goodness for alligators, not that good. Something incredibly weird happens when you set up weather. In this, your cursor moves, and that's giving us many, many more misclicks. But we are now eventually at the Pokemon League, so we will thank the HM friends after we've healed up. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris, and the biggest thank you of all goes to all you wonderful HM friends with the great names in the chat. We'll pick up our 4 full restores, we'll save before the league, and we will hope for the best. Let's take a look at our stats, shall we? As I've repositioned myself, we are level 53 with 161 HP, holding the Purse-Cure Berry still will change that. With Weather Ball, Sunny Day, Rain Dance and Hail, 114 in attack, 117 in defense, 118 in the specials, and 113 in speed. You're still Paris tier to me, Frenchie. You're still an honorary HM friend. And we took a reset there against Will. Never feel obliged to join the HM friends. It's always appreciated, but never ever expected from anybody. Being an adult is yucky, you're not wrong. Will is proving to be a bit of an issue, isn't he? It's probably a solution staring me in the face. Solution didn't start with getting critical hit. Of course we get leech seeded. And of course we get crit. Some terrible luck here. I think we're going to have to waste this bitterberry now. Oh, Frenchie, you really didn't have to, but thank you for joining at Pokeball tier. That is incredibly kind for you, of you. I did not ask for help, so please don't backseat. There we go, we're through Will eventually. We are one bitterberry lighter, though. I know. Don't worry about it, KVL. I know it wasn't intended as backseating. And welcome in, Kanto. I hope you're having a fantastic work day. Bitter? I'm just better. Bloody hell, Kanto. Thank you for continuing for 17 bloody months. Jesus. And Logan, thank you for joining at Pokeball tier as well. Now, please do remember the 11th of next month is when it's going to renew. So if you don't want to renew, make sure that you are aware that it's the 11th of next month. And if we could all just pretend that Kanto's name is up there at the top as well. Kanto is on a 17-month streak, but YouTube is very rude and decides not to show the streak up the tippy top of the chat. Yes, YouTube does not like streaking. And both Logan and Frenchie, please enjoy the early access to the videos. Oh, rude, Onyx, rude. I'll have a weather war with you. So, HM friends do get a one video early access for every single video here on the channel. But don't fret if you aren't a HM friend, it's only a couple of days early access. Oh, you bitch, Karen. Curse, I'll bloody curse at you, Karen. You keep up this nonsense. Yep, she is being an absolute Karen. Karen's actually my favourite League member. Why did I do that? That was a colossal misplay on my part there. For some reason I had Houndoom, weak to ice. It's perfect. Goodness me. This is an incredibly weird challenge at Karen, because depending on which Pokemon we send out, or which type we swap into, her order's going to change completely. There we go, Karen defeated. Yes, it's time for Lance the Lie with the Flyers, who leads with Gyarados. I also need to heal up PP. There we go. Probably do it for Rain Dance as well, doy. Third time's the charm for Lance the Lie with the Flyers. We need the Persecure Berry, of course. Yes, Weather Ball doubles the power. We start off with a Weather Ball. He uses Rain Dance. We counter that with Hail. That we should be able to finish off. Right, he's going to send out Charizard next. So if we swap to Rain Dance, he'll do a little bit of Flamethrower. Then we can Weather Ball. Right. Then he sends out Dragonite. We Weather Ball with the Ice type. And we send it away. Aerodactyl's next. Rock Slide's going to hit us fairly hard, but we should one-shot back with Weather Ball. That brings us on to another Dragonite, the level 50. We knock that out in one. Hopefully we've got one turn of Hail left. We do. We knock it out, and we are through. Oh! I'm going to have to take another break after this league. My brain is mush after the league, honestly. I'm going to rewind there, because you may have noticed something. How we have done the Castform. Do you spot it? The Castform's types, or the Castform's different forms, I should say, are all different unknown letters. So that's how we got the different forms into this game. So I'm going to take a very quick 3-minute break. My brain is mush. That league was hard. I'll see you all in about 3 minutes' time. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. Brain's a little bit demushed now. We're good to go for the final parts of this challenge. I'll tell you what, that league was one of the leagues where I've really had to think about what I'm doing. And that is incredibly rare in Generation 2 now. So we will say a warm welcome back to Kenya Abra Psyduck. We'll say bienvenue to Paris, and we will also say a welcome back to all the HM friends in the chat. We're going to grab ourselves our rare candies. And we'll make our way over to... Did I not get any max repels? I swear I got max repels. Oh, they're hiding. We'll make our way over towards Kanto. Grab another rare candy, we'll dig out of there. We'll get ourselves on the boat. Welcome back, Malik. I am doing very well, thank you. Brain a little bit broken after the Castform challenge at the league. But we are through it now. It does amaze me that 12 is considered quite a high number of resets through the league. Whereas, call it 18 months ago, 12 would have been a great number of resets through the league. Ugh, 12 hours standing will do that to anybody's feet. I hope you can put your feet up and have a good old rest now, Malik. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're getting another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Boo! Boo that pun, Kanbei. You know I'm only booing it because I think it's one of the best puns you've come out with, actually. Jeez. Right, let's take on Surge. We've got Sunny Day, we've got the Purus Cure Berry. This should hopefully be easy. Aha! You lock-oned. That's exactly what we wanted. Thunder Badge, 129.29. Get the lefties, we don't need the PP up because we've already used our PP up in the bush. So say, used our PP up in the bush, we've already used 3 PP ups, so we don't need the one in the bush, is what I was trying to spit out there. Don't stun spore me, thank you. You'll need your coat today, Kanbei, it's bloody wet outside. Just as I was starting stream, a storm cloud rolled over. Gonna need to pick up some healing items, I reckon. we have anything that's useful? That elixir will do. I realised just then, if I kept on with the sun, you'd have had free solar beam for days, and I didn't want that. There we go. Rainbow badge acquired. Talking of rainbows, we saw one earlier. Oh, well, Kanto saw one earlier. I'm hoping for one last hurrah for summer myself. I'd like at least one day. No, actually, I lie. I'd like longer than one day. Where it's still sunny and bright and warm. Magmortar and Electivire would be incredibly interesting to run, actually. I'll try and get some sprite work done for those, because in April... Literally the opposite of April, October, we are going to be running Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar through the End of the Line series. So we could definitely do streams of Magmortar and Electivire. Might even try and come up with a fake mon for Jinx's evolution. I disagree there, Frenchie. I think Jinx is fairly strong, actually. You give her Ice Beam, you give her Psychic, and you give her a strong hidden power type. She's not bad. I mean, she goes down to a single physical hit. But if you outspeed and you one-shot, then you never have to worry about that. One thing, by the way, that this Castform backport potentially opens up is having Mega Evolutions in Generation 2. So we could look at trying to do some Mega runs in the new year. A Jinx Evolution would look terrifying, let's be honest. So if there are any Megas you would particularly like to see, let me know and I'll try and get them in. Have a rough idea of how I'm going to do it. There we go, we are through Sabrina, even with her pesky sand attacking ways. I've just realised the splits haven't been splitting. There we go. Welcome in, Alajango. Been a run and a half, this Castform one. Ooh, Mega Alakazam's a very good shout. It is, of course, time for Wiggly Gran. We'll be playing with a Gramble on Friday the 13th, so hopefully it won't be a bad omen. But for now, it's goodbye to Wiggly Gran and we'll move on. I could definitely look at trying to get Aerial 8 in. Dynamax Jinx cry is very scary. It's like a deep blah 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 blah, isn't it? God, I shouldn't have done that, not with the state of my throat today. $700 is ludicrous for any console. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's ludicrous featuring Mystical. God, that hurts my throat, but it's worth doing. €800 is... It's a scam, is what it is. Is what it is. As far as I'm aware, that's without the disk drive as well. United Kingdom's in pounds, but we have the same exchange rate, apparently, for the PlayStation Pro. Without the disk drive and without the vertical stand. 8 whole hunch of the pounds. I used disarming voice, it's super effective. Yeah. €950. No. No, just refuse to pay it. You could get a Switch Lite for every single person in your family and the cats for that money. $1,250 dues. $1,250. All that good faith that the new game Astro something, forgotten the name of it, but Astro something generated has gone up the Swanee. No, we are great British pounds sterling for our sins. It's not very often a Let Me Northern show, but every so often. Yeah, exactly. You're better off buying a PC for those prices. Which you don't have to pay to play online with. And you don't have to pay if you want to back up your saves somewhere else. But if anybody wishes to donate to the Squidge Gets PS5 Pro Fund, please do donate to charity instead. Yep, you have to pay for PS Plus. It really is a PS take, isn't it? But take it out on Blaine. Yeah, I'd curse too, Macago, if I saw the price. Oh, thank you so much, Kambe, for the £5 super chat. I will definitely put that towards a KFC. This is exactly why we don't need the rip-off Cureberry anymore. I mean, the Wretch box isn't much better, I've got to be honest. I've got an Xbox Series S, but it seems to have been the bane of developers' lives, so I kind of feel guilty for having one. Other takeaways are available, but they're not as delicious. I probably won't buy a PS5 Pro. I cannot justify spending close to £1,000 on a games console. Well, I've got a Switch, I've got an Xbox, I've got a fairly decent PC. And to be fair, I spend most of my time playing Gen 2. We'll get the lefties out. I can barely see a difference, actually, between the two. Between the PS5 Pro and the regular PS5. I think we had the food talk very early on today, actually, Malik. That's all 16 gym badges with Castform acquired. Sentence I never thought I'd have to say. Oh god, no food for 3 hours is a bit mean, isn't it? We've picked up Thunder in case we need it. We'll plonk the rare candies up at tippy top spot. And we'll see how we get on against red. We're too slow at the moment. That's the first thing I'm noticing. So we use 3 rare candies. Still slow. So now we know that we can get through Pikachu fairly easily. No, I don't think anyone does like the dentist. Still take a lot of damage from Peskeon, though. So we're going to go all in with all of our rare candies. What a weird battle this is turning out to be. Are we going to win? Yes, we are! Oh, thank you so much, Seth Kearney, for the $5 super chat. That is your 5th super on stream. And we are through red in a very bizarre battle. Oh, goodness me, that one was a tricky one. I did like the weather war and playing into the fact that red loves to set up the weather. I don't have time for an extra challenge today, nor do I have the energy. I'm going to skip through these end credits. There is something I need to do that I forgot to do beforehand. So I am just very quickly going to make this backport available for everybody. Because that's something that I am trying to do here on the channel for all of the backports. Let me just edit the description. So that if you wish to play it, you'll be able to. Though I do need to sign back in apparently to upload the file. There we go. Can I get a link, please? So now the description has been updated with a link to the backport. If anybody wishes to run this themselves, I'm sure you'll get a far better time than me. Definitely one that you have to think about, though, and I really like that. We can maybe think about doing Castform in Emerald and Fire Red soon as well on streams. I reckon they'll be an awful lot of fun. Of course, before we say goodbye for the day, I do want to return Kenya. So Kenya, it's been an absolute pleasure over the last 100 to 120 minutes, but you've got to go home. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, Kenya. We'll teleport back to the Pokemon Center. As we always do, we'll save in front of Nurse Joy. And now I've got some people to thank. So a very, very big thank you to Frenchie for joining at Pokeball tier. For Kanbei for the 17 months at Pokeball tier. Goodness me, what a very long time that is. To Logan, thank you for joining at Pokeball tier as well. To Kanbei for the £5 super chat, and to Seth Kearney for the $5 super chat. That is it. We are done for the day now. I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. HM friends, tomorrow we do have a Rapidash coming out at 2 PM United Kingdom time. Everybody else is going to be the Desperately Seeking Susan run. I hope you're all going to have a lot of fun watching both of those. I'll be back on Friday the 13th, hopefully for Not a Curse Challenge, where we're going to be running Fairy-type Gramble through Johto. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on Friday.